Okay, when we're factoring polynomials, that means returning these back to two binomials. So that's how we're going to start. We're going to start by saying that we're going to turn these into two binomials. Now, we're going to look at the 5x squared and ask ourselves, what was that before multiplication? This used to be, I presume, a 5x times x. So I'm going to put 5x here times x. So that's what happens when you FOIL. You first multiply those. Now, the 3 is a mystery because the 3 gives us our last. It could have been a 1 times 3, or it could have been a 3 times a 1. We just don't know which one. So let's try 3 times 1. 3 times 1 here. And then we're going to do the inside. We'll get 3x. And we'll do the outside here. We'll get 5x when we multiply. And because the sign here is positive, this means that we need same signs. So I need same signs to give me a plus 16x. So let's try plus here. That gives me an 8x. So that doesn't match 16x. So that could not have been the combination. So I'm going to retry here. And I'm going to try 5x times x. Instead of 3 times 1, I'm going to try 1 times 3. Now that's going to give me 1x here. And outside is going to give me 15x. Again, using same signs to get a plus 16x, I'll say plus plus. And that does give me 16x. That combination. So I found the right combination. It needs to be plus and plus. So I'll put plus here. Plus here. And a lot of students forget to put the pluses there. And I hope you guys remember. But this is what it used to be before multiplication. All right, next. I want to return this trinomial back to two binomials, to what it was before multiplication. And we'll start off with the 2x squared. So 2x squared first used to be a 2x times an x in the first places. Now for here, the 3 is next. That was either 1 times 3 or 3 times 1. So I'm not sure which one it was. So let's try a 1. Let's try 3 times 1. Let's see if that works. 3 times 1. So this will give me 3x here on the inside. On the outside, that'll give me a 2x. And here, this tells me that the signs have to be the same. And we need a 7x. So if I use a negative and negative, those are the same signs. I will get a negative 5x. That doesn't work. So let's start the process again. 2x times x. Instead of a 3 times 1, let's try a 1 times 3. So inside we'll get a 1x. On the outside we'll get a 6x. The signs have to be the same, and we want a negative 7x. So let's try same signs here. Negative, negative. And negative 1x and negative 6x does give us a negative 7x. So this looks like it works. So we need a negative and a negative. Negative here and negative here, and we're done. Next, I want to turn this into two binomials. I have a 5x squared that used to be a 5x multiplied with an x. Now the 3 was either a 1 times 3 or 3 times 1. I'm going to try a 3 times 1. Okay, and that will give me a 3x inside. On the outside, that'll give me a 5x. Now, according to this, the signs need to be different, and we need a positive 14x. So, different signs, I'll use a negative here and a positive here. The bigger sign will win, and this makes a plus 2x, which is not the same as 14x. So let's start the process again. 5x times x instead of a 3 times 1, we're going to do 1 times 3. This will give me a 1x, and outside, they'll give me a 15x. And again, we need different signs, so I'm going to use a negative here and a positive there for different signs to give me a positive 14x. Positive. All right, so this works. So first I need a negative, so put a negative here. Then I need a positive in the next one. And this is what we're looking for. Okay, number 8. Write two binomials. For 6x squared, I'm going to assume that used to be a 3x times a 2x. For the 5, we have 1 times 5, and we have 5 times 1. Let's try 5 times 1 first. See if that works. Okay, so here we'll get a 10x, and here we'll get a 3x. And the signs, according to this negative here, have to be different. Different signs, let's try negative, positive. This combination will give me a negative 7x. That's not quite what we're looking for. So let's try this process again. 3x times 2x, and let's try 1 times 5 this time. This gives me 2x here on the inside, and this gives me 15x here. And we're looking for negative 13x, so the different signs I'm going to use will be positive and negative, and that combination will give me a negative 13x. So I need a positive first, there, and a negative next, and this is finished.